All right, you guys, today I'm making by request, I've been getting comments, one of our favorites, fried rice. I'm using pretty simple stuff. I got 5 eggs, regular olive oil, seasoned chicken, seasoned shrimp already, steamed rice, a bag of vegetables. That's just standard. You can use whatever you want. I got an onion, green onion, garlic, pepper, butter, and then I got sesame oil, soy sauce, and I got this teriyaki sauce that kind of has like a pineapple base to it. You can use whatever you want. That's just what I'm using. I got some tips for people because I've been getting comments on my last one. And the first thing is mostly rice and ingredients. For rice, you don't have to have it day old. When I want fried rice, I want it that day. And I mean, sure, if you have leftover rice and you want to make this, then go for it. But typically, I just make my white rice in my Instapot. I've made a video of that before. However you make your white rice, the key is just to let it like come to room temperature because white rice is like absorbent. So just let it come to room temperature and absorb all the water. You'll see what mine looks like. I just made it today. That's the first thing. Next thing people ask me is like specific ingredients and amounts that I use, like seasoning wise. And to be honest with you, I don't really measure it for this. I taste as I go. I'm using 3 cups of rice. I got 2 bags of shrimp that I had, but I taste as I go. I just season my chicken and shrimp preemptively. But what I got going on here is my vegetables are over there on low, and then my shrimp I got on high. I'm going to do it the key is don't overcook your shrimp, especially if you're adding that to your fried rice. I mean, I tried to do minimal editing on this. There is a little bit of cuts in between, but not much. You just gotta watch this as you go. I leave my vegetables on there the entire cook. I cook my shrimp 2 to 3 minutes, something like that. Not long. Don't overcook it. It makes a huge difference. I flip them all over, let them go a few minutes. I take them off. I take the shrimp completely off, and I put them back on at the end because I don't want to overcook them. Don't leave them on there. That'll be a huge difference. So I'm not going to do a voiceover this entire video because it's pretty self-explanatory what I'm adding. You guys will be able to tell. I told you the ingredients. The big thing, cook your shrimp. Then I throw my chicken on. I take that off too because I don't want to overcook that stuff because the rice takes the longest on this. It's a lot of work breaking it up, getting each one, and you'll tell by the consistency as you watch this video, like when I'm progressing. My camera is not the best quality. I'm using my phone. I'm the cameraman. I'm doing the cooking. My wife helps me while I cook, but we're pretty busy, and fried rice requires a lot of work, so the camera doesn't move a whole lot. Also, I kind of lost some daylight at one point in the video, but I do make it up by turning an outside light on. So sorry about that, but you should still be able to see everything that I'm doing. So now I turned them over to the other side, and they're not going to take much longer. Just a little bit longer. Don't overdo it. Then I'm going to take them off, remove it, throw my chicken on, cook that pretty much through on the high side, pull that off, and we add everything back in. Just occasionally toss these frozen bag vegetables. Doesn't need to be fresh. You can do it if you want, but it tastes just as good, if not better, just to use frozen, and just saves you time from chopping everything up. If you want to do it, you can. I don't. I use frozen bag, and once I went to it, I realized what I was missing. So the camera doesn't do justice. These shrimp are like perfect, especially if you're going to throw them back on at the end. You don't want to overdo it, so I'm going to take them off. Just throw them back into a clean bowl, leave them over there. Super, super simple. These, you can just tell that they're perfectly done. Once I get that off, I'm going to throw my chicken on, cook that pretty much through, and then we're going to pull that off. But now's a good time to I'm going to throw my onion on and let that go with my vegetables. Doesn't matter if it mixes up too much, that's kind of on the low end too. It might be hitting some of the high over there on my burner, but fried rice takes time. You just got to work through it. Those are my big tips so far. I'll have probably a little more snippets of voiceover here and there just to explain what I'm doing, but it's pretty self-explanatory. So I appreciate you guys watching, and I'll see you in the next tip I have when I get there. Alright, so again, my camera doesn't do the best justice. Eventually, I'd like to get a better one to show better quality. I'll get there eventually, but here, my chicken, I've checked it. It's done. It doesn't do justice, the sears and marks that are on it with the camera angle, and I'm starting to lose a little bit of daylight. Stick with me, I'm going to turn a light on. But I take that off and put it off to the side. Now comes the most labor-intensive part, which is the rice. Again, I have 3 cups of cooked long grain white rice. Use any kind of rice you want. Doesn't matter. I'm going to throw down a little bit of oil, and then I'm going to get it thrown down on here. And look, this is not day-old rice. I just cooked this. Look at how I just cooked it and let it sit there for, I don't know, 20, 30 minutes. And it soaks everything up, and it's just as, I think it's better. It's easier. I don't know. I don't like cooking rice the day before, throwing it in the fridge just to plan for it the next day. If you want to, you can, but I just get everything done the same day. I get my shrimp frozen. I let it thaw out in some cold water. I dry it off and season it. No one's ever been like, oh my God, is that frozen shrimp? If you want to get fresh, you can. It tastes great. So I'm just going to chop this up, try and get a little bit toasted on each side, and you'll see how this rice progresses. Uh-huh. Now you'll notice here I've added a bunch of stuff already. This is where I'm tasting as I go. I'm not going to comment every time I do this, but I've already added things like salted butter, soy sauce, the teriyaki sauce, my sesame oil. I think it's pretty obvious to where I don't need to comment, but see, I just tasted it. Now I'm adding more pepper. It's very hard to get an exact measurement down for this stuff. So trust your process and just compare as to how I'm doing it. It's very, very easy, and fried rice is forgiving. So just season to taste. If it's too little, add a little bit more. I added no salt to this stuff, none. just in the early stages, like when I salted, I had a kind of salt-based seasoning, like salt, pepper, garlic, all mixed in one. That's why I seasoned my shrimp with, and I added paprika to that. But on my chicken, I just added the salt, pepper, garlic, just a little bit. Like it's a pre-mixed container that I use in a lot of stuff. But then after that, it's just tasting as you go. You'll tell when the consistency is right. I'm just working it around. I spread it out as far as I can every now and then, and just let it toast up. And then just keep doing that. Taste it. You'll know when it's ready. So we'll keep letting this progress along, and I'll talk to you in a second. All right, so I added the shrimp. Don't leave it on there long. It needs to be very close to being finished, like if not finished. A little bit of teriyaki sauce, then I pulled it off. That's a bit of a process, but I'm telling you, the shrimp was perfectly done. This picks up a little bit more than the camera did. The way we like it, I add some green onions on it. Then I use some yum yum sauce. If you don't want to add it, don't add it. But this is an amazing recipe. It hits every single time. Everyone loves it. If you like this video, please consider subscribing. I appreciate you guys watching and commenting on my videos. My channel's been doing pretty good lately. I gotta try one of these shrimp. Perfectly done. Everyone loved it. I don't think we could ever do it another way. Thanks again for watching. See you in the next video.